Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now, and today we're going to talk about the Mustang Mach-E, one of the new EVs out there. Came out in 2021, and very nice EV. You're going to see more and more of those on the road. Ford actually has sold out for 2022, so you can't order any for this year. Next year they're going to be increasing production, so you will see a lot more of these on the road next year, and they are fantastic cars. And today I'm going to discuss why the Select trim, out of the three trims, Select, Premium, and GT trims, the Select trim, in my opinion, is the best value. But before we get started, I'd first like to say thank you all who have followed me and continue to watch my videos. I appreciate it for you subscribing and liking the videos. Again, hit the subscribe button below if you like the content and want to hear more of it. I enjoy doing these videos, sharing my knowledge of EVs. I've been driving since 2014. I own three in my driveway right now, and I love to share my experience and my thoughts and my knowledge, and also learn from you guys as well. Many of you have contacted me with information I didn't know. Some of my international viewers have contacted me of rules or how the car performs in England with a smaller battery, or in Europe with this trim or whatever that we don't get here. I really appreciate all of you coming in with your comments, and I try to respond back to each and every one of you. But thank you all for watching. 315 subscribers, hopefully to get to 500. I don't know, maybe by the end of the year, I hope. I'm just happy to have 315. I'm that small to a lot of YouTubers out there, but I enjoy having every person watching my videos and commenting, and thank you all for the support. So let's get started. When I ordered my Mustang Mach-E, this was back last year, and I took delivery of it about a month ago. I was really impressed. I love the styling of the car and everything, but as I looked at the trims, I said, you know what? The Select trim really has everything I need. This is mainly a car that we use drive around the city, but we also can and did take a road trip recently, and it performed very well. And I want to share my thoughts on why I think the Select trim is the best trim if you're getting one. Now, of course, let me just be clear, the GT Performance model is a lot better. It has better seats, better handling, better comfort. The range is longer, of course, but all that comes with a higher price point of $15,000 to $20,000. And some dealer markups as well, at pretty much of what I've seen. Also, I want to apologize for the fan noise. It's very hot in the studio today. Studio meaning my spare bedroom. So I apologize for that, but the fan's on and it's a little louder than I would like it to be, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So basically, unless you want the fastest and the best performing top Mach-E trim, the GT trim, then I would definitely suggest you take a deep look at the Select trim. And here are some of the reasons why I would say that. So let's just go into it real quick. So price. The Select trim starts off at $43,000. Now that's, of course, if the dealer's not doing any markups. Hopefully they're not. And I ordered mine with the Aero rims, which I love the Aero rims. They look really good. Fantastic. I think it's supposed to help with range, but I just like the way they look. They did a good job on that. Second, range. It comes with 247 miles of range, and they're pretty accurate on that. This road trip I recently took, I didn't go below 20% on before I went to a charging station, but it definitely was performing well, and I could have got the whole 247 out of the pack if I needed to. Again, range is not going to be as important as it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, because the multitude of charging stations and infrastructure coming. Every 50 to 100 miles there's going to be a charging station, level 3, that you can use on the freeway or interstate to get anywhere you want to go. So, as I've always said, the sweet spot for range, I think in the future we're going to see, is 250 to 300 miles. That's all that you're going to need. And manufacturers are going to focus more on 800-volt architecture and charging, where it charges faster, like down at 5. 15 minutes, you're almost 80%. So that's the key here. So range is not going to be as important, but this is 247 miles, more than enough range to get you pretty much across America. So the range, I think, is fantastic. Number 3, handling. Still a very quick car, 0 to 60 about 6 seconds in the engage mode. I've never tried the unbridled. Unbridled probably gets maybe a second off of that, but engage is pretty quick for what I need it for. I will say, a little ding, there are some, you do feel the bumps a little bit. It's a very bouncy Suspension, that 4-pit in there. Now that's another argument for the GT performance, because they have a Magnaride suspension, air ride suspension, that I heard that is much better, makes the car feel so much smoother. So that's that's a big deal. If you drive a lot and that bothers you bouncing around, if you're hitting road, imperfection in the road or road trips, it's not very noticeable, but it's noticeable a little bit. It's like my Model 3. It's about that level of road noise and bumping. So that's one thing the GT does well, and they could improve that on the Select. But again, you get what you pay for. So it's not bad, but it's not the greatest. Number 4, comfort. The seats feel great and they're heated. They did a great job on the seats. Now, the Performance GT model has more side bolstering and hugs you in the seat a little stronger, a little more. But the Select trim, its seats are fantastic. They feel great. Didn't feel they were comfortable. I didn't feel fatigued or anything. So they did a great job on the base seats as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, number 5, storage. Now, storage is going to be a wash. The storage is the same in all the trim levels, no difference. You got a front and you got a trunk, and they both hold the same storage amount. They work great. Now, I have an ID4 as well, and I would say that storage, the rear storage, is much deeper, holds a lot more. But with the frunk of the Mustang Mach-E, I think it's almost equal pretty much. And I like having that in case you want to have things separated, something wet in the front or something dirty or some chemical, something that smells. You can separate your cargo from the interior of the car to the exterior of the frunk. So keep that in mind as well. So there's multiple ways you can store items in there. All right, number 6, styling. Now, the GT Performance has a different grille than the Select and the Premium. So the GT is more of a smoother look. The Select and the Premium have more of the mustache handlebar look, which I like that look. It doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks great. And I have no problem. Both of them look fantastic. So to me, paying a little extra money for the GT version just for that more of a smooth looking grille, not really worth it to me. I like the one that I have, and it just looks fine as far as I'm concerned. I will say that you do get the color matching fender flares on the Premium and the GT, so that makes a little difference than what they call the regular side plastic molding that you'll see on the Select. So keep that in mind too. I do agree, I wish they color coded that, but they didn't. And that's all, it's a cheaper car. Like I said, $43,000 for the base. And when you add in the $75 tax credit, you're talking about $36,000, $37,000 for this car, which is fantastic for what you get. It really is the way to go, in my opinion. And number 7, the last one, is the onboard navigation. It works very well with CarPlay and Android as far as giving you directions. It works well with CarPlay and Android as far as the charging stops. Like I said, it's very accurate. It works right with those. So it's telling you where to stop, where to charge. And I think it's a fantastic system. Probably the closest thing to Tesla, I would say. Very close as far as being accurate when you're going to arrive somewhere, what percentage you'll arrive with. It may be off by 1% or 2%, maybe. But it's very, very accurate, telling you when you're going to arrive, how long to charge, and when to leave. And I was really impressed in this last road trip. Now, obviously, I just do my own calculations. I've been driving electric cars for a long time. But it's nice to have that there, just in case I'm like, I never took this route before. I never went to this location. I wonder how long I need to charge. It's going to help you out quite a bit. So keep that in mind as well. So those are the 7 items that I believe they really give value to the Mustang Mach-E Select trim. And something I think you should look at if you're shopping for this car, which is a great buy, I think. Take a look at that and say, do you really need to buy up? You certainly can, no problem. You get some extra features, obviously Blue Cruise, stuff like that you can buy as an option. But everything else, the adaptive cruise control on the Select works fantastic. It's a great system. Doesn't bring you to a jerky stop. It slows down gradually. Cars in front of you. So I'm really impressed with everything I've seen with that, and that comes base with the Ford Mustang Mach-E Select. So keep that in mind. Again, that'll be it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Plus, hit the notification button below if you like the content of this video and my future videos. I love having you guys comment and joining me. And thank you for watching. And when it comes to EVs, remain focused. Bye-bye.